How's it going, Spacers? And welcome back to yet another episode of the Outer World. In the last episode, we entered the Office of Human Inquiry and Auditing, where we found deranged test subjects warped by Spacers' choices tests of their original adrenatime formula, which I actually think is still their adrenatime formula, where they would put them in simulated work environments and seemingly simulated combat environments, training them possibly to become the marauders that we see today. Now we're here. We found a terminal with a lot of stuff on it, so there's going to be a lot of reading. Maybe that's all really small. Alright, compliance testing parameter. Okay. Data entry, physical exertion, social inclusion, sanctioned violence. Okay. Compliance testing phases. Alright, sanctioned violence. SC1, initial testing, phase 2. SC1 through K were given forms and writing implements and instructed to fill them out to corporate standards. Upon completion, forms were placed into an employer-sanctioned shredding device by a technician. Test was then repeated. Observational notes. SCD1, Kendall objected to further testing after completion of second set of forms. Stopped volunteer SC1G after 5th, 1B after 10th. No further objections from remaining volunteers. Initial testing phase 2. SC5A through K were given visual demonstrations of multiple physical exercise. Subject SC5 through K were given visual demonstrations of multiple physical exercises. Note, thank you, testing is layman, and instructed to replicate them in accordance with verbal instructions. Observational notes. Subject SC5H complained of physical exhaustion after 5 minutes, missing numerous verbal cues. 5A, E, and K failed out at around the 15-minute mark. Test was terminated after 30 minutes as the technician became too hoarse to provide instruction. Mid-stage testing phase 3. Subjects are instructed to follow a closed circuit around perimeter of testing chamber. The duration of the test at random intervals. The technician is to provide vocal cue to reverse course. Of the 8 test subjects remaining, group SC27, 6 respond to vocal cues. 63D became aggressive and was removed. 63B collapsed 30 minutes into the experiment and was removed. Remaining subjects exhibited compliance with all vocal cues for the remainder of experiment. Technician's addendum. Observational data compromised due to equipment failure. Technician Embry S was found incapable of continued operation due to incessant weeping and was withdrawn for disciplinary measure. 63, late stage testing, phase 4. Subjects are isolated and instructed to select one member of their experiment group for immediate removal from the volunteer program. 63A, volunteers 63F. B, unresponsive for duration of testing section. 63C, deliberates for 5 minutes, 36 seconds before volunteering. 63E. 63D is unable to recall the names and or identification numbers of their fellows, but has volunteered each of them in turn, citing an immediate need for additional compound X injections. Subject 63E volunteers up. 63F. 63F refuses to comply for duration of testing session. 63G exhibits extreme confusion, extreme emotional distress, demands morning injection. Technician addendum. Time of previous note is 1400 hours. Subject exhibits extreme aggression. Subject terminated. Late stage testing, phase 5. Subject is instructed to fire at shrouded target on one industry standard fashion modeling assistant device mannequin. Subject is not informed of the nature of target. Observational notes: subject has fired a target. Auditory reward initiated. Fired at observation window. Automated security enabled. Test reset. Subject is fired to subject other. Automated security enabled. Test reset. Other. Fired a target. Auditory reward initiated. Subject refused to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Subject refuses to fire. Technician's addendum. Subject unresponsive. Test reset. Oh. So one of them just died. Before even. Alright, thank you for using Gimsy, your employer-sanctioned messaging system. Friendly reminder, your messages are company property. Unauthorized reproduction or distribution or deletion of Gimsy content may result in early termination of your employment contract. Please select from the following options. Incoming messages. Oh boy. Alright, Blakesley, safety reminder. In light of certain recent events, I'd like to remind you all that it's paramount we follow all Spacer's Choice guidelines regarding safety and security. Yes, you will suffer professional and financial consequences if you are found to be responsible for damaging company property. But here at HIA, inattentiveness and recklessness also endangers highly limited company resources and threaten your overall production schedule. Think about what we are here to achieve, then consider whether you want to be the one that lets us all down. Luckily, any and all injuries suffered by the volunteers this past week have been minor. All testing will proceed as scheduled. A reminder that all personnel are advised to report to the infirmary if they experience any symptoms listed in the notice LeBlanc provided earlier this month. It is strongly suggested that you use your allotted break to do this, as any losses to productivity will be reflected in your paycheck and or indentureship agreement. Marion Blakesley. Rowan, just a question. Hey, you and Andre talk about Tossball sometimes, right? Have you noticed anything different about him lately? I'm pretty sure he's been at his desk all night. I was going to congratulate him on his newfound productivity, but I took a look at his reports just now, and some of them are very basic formatting errors. Not like him at all. Hey, you could ask him about it. If something's wrong with his terminal, he should probably get it taken care of sooner rather than later. We're going to meet OCI's figures this month. We need double our testing capacity over the next few weeks. To that end, I need everybody in observation work with disposal to have preparation time between tests. Have the volunteers exit at a jog if you have to. Just try not to let them see the body. Hey, look, Embry lost his head because he couldn't keep up with the work. He's never going to amount to anything. We all knew it. Surprised that he lasted this long. I don't know why my reports are any of your business to begin with, but I know how to use a damn computer. I bet Weaver put you up to this. I've been working twice as hard as anyone else in this office this past month, and now she thinks I'm going to outpace her. Maybe it's simpler than that. These emails used to just be a nuisance. Now I'm starting to think maybe your loyalty's to some other corporation. Andre Hammond. Oh. Return. Messages. Outgoing. The boss? Hey, Andre. Dr. Blakesley started to come down here pretty often, usually for the morning shift. She hasn't said anything, just watches us go through the tests for a while and then gets up and walks out. Weaver tried to give her a report. I think Blakesley's gave her a look and that's the end of it. Think we're doing something wrong? You'd tell me if you knew anything, right? I'll split my lunch with you again. Oh, and hey, great game last night, huh? Ricky Johansson. Sandoval. Subject, Mantis. Yeah, we're going to turn to Manta Queens for Phase 5. None of the test subjects felt too torn up about shooting killer bugs from Monarch, I guess. Should make things easier for you over in Disposal, right? The best part is that one of the cages didn't close properly last night, and a couple of the little manta pillars got loose. Who knows where they are, and by now, Morley had an absolute fit. I don't think he likes bugs. Okay. So there's mantisaurs out here. Okay. Already heard that one.
Inattentiveness can have
Alright. Other terminal. Ooh.
I don't want to see no more. I can't take this.
I'm washing my memory out with a bottle of Spectrum Red once we're back on the ship.
I'm sorry I brought you here. Yep. Just prisoner uniform. Oh. Oh, this is disposal. I don't want to play anymore. Let's just do our jobs, okay? Alright. My 10 bits are on 52F. You know what you're I know what you're thinking. You so skinny, he's got bad odds, but I'm gambling, man, Victoria. I've got an eye for this now. Truth. No, I'm not talking about the subject, Vicky. I'm talking about the numbers. I've been keeping track of how many bodies we process every day and every week, and the number fluctuates. Never too much. 1, 2, and 1, 3, and 2, and 5, and 1, and 1, and 2, and then 10. Just look at the chart I left on your desk. You can see for yourself that there's a pattern. You see it, right? So they were finding a pattern between the ones who were... So somebody was finding a pattern between the ones that were dying and were using that to place bets on be a failed test subject, I'm assuming. All right then. You two should have your guns. A lot of bad shit going. Phonograph. I think that terminal is going to talk to me. I'm going to... good. This...
Great work.
Everything in there. Yo, that's a lot of stuff. Holy shit, dude. Arvati. I think I got better armor for you. Level that does 40. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got you that good stuff. Put that on you. I don't know if this is gonna... I don't know if those are gonna look good on Ellie. Eh. Already this is doing more stuff, so I will oh, I didn't even put... Oh no, there was hunter kit. Yeah, all right, don't worry, I'm gonna upgrade that when I get the... What else did I got? Weapon. I hate how my inventory isn't always organized after I organize. You go into different tabs and it's unorganized.
Did you enjoy the show? I didn't. You should have left Gorgon in its grave, where it belongs. Now I'm afraid I have to find a more permanent way to put you down.
I don't know how much more of this I can take, Captain. I'm about to chew my own hands off with nerves.
Can we punch this asshole in the face, Captain? Eventually?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you are. Is this... It's off, right? I don't understand these contraptions.
Dr. Blakesley, ma'am, I've come to say that it's time. I'm gonna do it.
Do what?
I'm gonna try for one of the shuttles.
You little shit. You've lost your mind.
If I can just make it to the landing pad, I'll be free.
Be reasonable, Morley. The project is almost over. We'll be out of here by October.
Ma'am, it's January. You're recording, by the way.
Damn it!
Welcome user Blakesley M. Admin function. Messages. Incoming messages. From Ambrose Olivia. Subject, frequency of testing update. Marion, it's been 3 weeks. Where the fuck are my reports from HIA? Deliver them to me by the end of the day or deliver me your letter of resignation. I'm done asking. In the future, you will send me bi-weekly reports of HIA's status. These reports will include an inventory of test subjects, which version of the Gorgon compound they have been administered, and how frequently those administrations have occurred, and who has been administering. These reports you will append the mortality record. The record will include an accounting of the burn down rate of our current stock of volunteers and compound ampules, in addition through a thorough analysis of their injuries. I want to see charts, Mary. Big fucking charts with lots of precious little numbers. And before you ask, bi-weekly means twice a week. Don't pretend you don't know what I mean. Bi-weekly means every other week. Oh, it can mean either. That is so fucking stupid. It can mean either? That's dumb. I hate that. Fuck English. Turn to incoming. Condolences. Marion, personalized and forward the following note to the families of the deceased volunteers. Take carbon copies and send those on to Lucian at the usual address. Make certain he gets every single one. Ollie. Every single one. Ollie. Dear Name. It is with regret that I write to inform you of the death of your relation, Name. They died peacefully, attended by their fellows. Please accept our sympathies. It's a difficult time, though we may offer a little comfort and know that your relation died in service of a better, more productive Halcyon. In accordance with the agreement, Name signed with Tartarus Corrections, a division of United Defense Logistics, their term of incarceration is now considered complete. Outgoing? Oh, wow. Okay. Good fellow. Latest result. Yes, many of the subjects still exhibit increased energy levels and compliance. The same euphoric response, but they inevitably crash. Testing clearly suggests that Chem's Compound X has extreme and irreversible effects when administered repeatedly over a long period of time. Several volunteers in old SCO2 group are barely verbal. When they do speak, it's to beg for more of the compound. Finding it hard to shine that up for you, Lawrence. So good you'll beg for more? Don't you dare use that. We could dilute the compound or even ease it out of the schedule. could mitigate some of the addictive effects. Weaning some of the earlier test subjects off the compound might buy us some time until Chem refines the formula. So their secret ingredient, or I guess Compound X is adrenatime. Morley, I need you to compile some of the test results from the past month. Pull a subset from the records we forward to OCI if you like, so long as there are charts. Make sure the worst of the mortality reports are up front, will you? At the behest of the Office of Creative Incubation, we're applying varying amounts of unknown solutions to test subjects that are already mid-treatment. What organizational schema do you imagine would miraculously restore scientific rigor to the process? To this process. Stick to the current system. Condolence letters. Morley, pick out 2 of the deceased test subjects and whip up condolence letters. Something saccharine and noble. Feel free to invent the next of kin if there are none on record. Use the cheap paper. Leave the letters on my desk. I'll dispose of them. Archived. Lucian, I'm leaving this message to inform you of my resignation from position of testing supervisor at Spacer's Choice Pharmaceuticals effective immediately. I won't be returning to headquarters, and I won't bother chasing that tracking signal unless you want to give the boys and girls and resources some exercise. I'll warn you once. Don't try to find me. So Olivia Ambrose is a cunt. Okay. Accessing success. Manufacturing lockdown override sent. Center status. Executive lockdown must be over. Chem lab. Okay, admin functions. Alright, exit.
I knew this place wasn't gonna be some pleasant seaside stroll, Captain, but I don't know how I can live with what we've seen here.
Yeah, what they did here is inexcusable.
And pointless.
They knew, Captain. Spacer's Choice knew all along what Adrenatime did, and they sold it anyway.
Somehow it doesn't surprise me.
Someone's gotta do something about this. Gotta hold folks to account. Maybe it should be us. Maybe Miss Ambrose can help fix things once she's cleared her family name. She could hold the board's feet to the fire. Make them pay.
Only one way to find out where this leads. Let's go. All right. Ellie, what kind of gun do you have? 540. I'm going that. Sword. But I can give you this for now. I don't know. Maybe not. I think that's... Oh. Oh, you're not going to talk to me. All right, Moon Man.
Getting out of here? Good.
Just a second. One more terminal. Holy shit, this entire episode has been me reading. HIA visitation protocols. Human auditing and inquiry faculty is a dedicated research facility and houses a considerable quantity of hazardous materials, machinery, and personnel. As such, no external visitors are permitted at any time absent express. As such, no external visitors are to be permitted As such, no external visitors are to be permitted at any time absent express written permission. at any time, absent express written permission from HI testing supervisor Dr. Marion Blakesley. If you suspect a visitor does not have appropriate credentials, please observe the following. Stay calm, notify nearby security personnel of your suspicions, wait for security personnel and or equipment to finish disposing of a visitor. Complete an incident report per official guidelines. Remember to use Spatial's Choice approved formatting and language. At no point should you leave your workstation unattended. Leaving your workstation unattended will be considered a severe security breach and may result in a fine or termination of your employment with Spatial's Choice. Your supervisor has posted the following addendums. Right. That's the official shit. If we do get visitors, inform me at once. If they're from other departments, Ambrose, don't get in her way, but log her every move. It's Clarence mostly. Keep him at reception. I'll come down in person to see this log-given miracle for myself. Jasper Lowe or anyone else from Chem turns up, let them stew at reception. I'll send Assistant Morley down eventually. Messages. Reminder messages. Okay. Visitation protocols update. HIA is on lockdown until further notice. Do not let anyone into the facility until the escaped volunteers are located. I'm going to check volunteer induction for any sign of fugitives. If you receive any keycard access notifications in the next 20 minutes, ignore them. All right. Well. Oral scanner. Have I not done that yet? Oh, no, that's the other place at the chem lab. All right, well, start heading to the chem lab. All the way that way. Make it there pretty quickly. Probably won't go too far into it. I'll probably save it all for the next episode. But get over there and see how much time we have. Ooh. All right. Ooh. I have Verwin in here. Dead? Well. Hi. All right, so we need to get down there.
No!
Good work, girls. Ooh. Can I go down this way? Can I take this pipe down? That's safe. It's not even an option. Actually, I probably can. Can I? I can fast travel there. All right. I think this is gonna be a short episode, which I'm sorry about, but
Guess we're gonna have to listen to this Jasper guy one last time.
You think a voice lock's hard to make? Kinda wonder if I should put one in the bathroom to keep Sam from smashing up the toilet.
Why'd the robot be on the toilet, though? Anyways, yeah. So, I think that's where I'm going to end this episode. In the next one, we will be heading into the Spacer's Choice Chem Lab here on Gorgon. I don't know what we're going to find in here. Obviously, this mysterious figure is getting real pissed at us, getting all into his business. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe if you want, share this video with someone you know. I will see you guys in the next episode of the Outer World. Peace.